If you think about the fact that there's millions of people that are applying for the same job that you want, and you're not doing anything to set yourself apart, how are you going to get this dream job that you want if you're not even willing to put in the work that it takes to get there? If you want to lose weight, you're like, oh my God, I want the summer body. Summer bodies, by the way, are made in the wintertime, but that's a different other topic. But if you're like, oh my God, I want the summer body, but I love to eat, which is me. But you're also like, I don't really want to work out. Like, I don't really want to go to the gym. Can you tell me in 2 to 3 sentences, how are you going to get what you want? Okay, welcome. Oh my God, y'all. Welcome to Get In Girl. Hey girl. Hi. Welcome to episode 7, y'all. This one is what I want to call the resistance episode. So I'm going to hold your hand while I say this. Okay. Look at me. You asked for the dream body. You asked for the dream job. You asked for this online presence. You want to build a brand. You ask for all these things that you want. So tell me, why are you resisting what is trying to give you what you asked for? Don't run away now. Sit down. Let's talk about it. Let us talk about it, because this is something I'm very much guilty of. Okay. This is something I am very much guilty of. And sometimes, honestly, resistance isn't really like, it's not always laziness. Sometimes it is. Sometimes it is. Look, sometimes it is us just being lazy. But sometimes it's also like, oh my God, like, what if it doesn't work? What if, I'm trying to build an online presence, and what if the video flops? What if people don't watch it? What if it doesn't resonate with anyone? Do you know how many times I have wanted to record a podcast episode and I'm like, oh, I don't really want to do this. Like, what if no one what if no one resonates with it? What if no one appreciates it? What if no one watches it? And then usually the episodes that I think are the biggest problems in production, when I'm like listening back at it and I'm trying to edit it, those are the episodes that people resonate with the most. Episodes that I almost did not even post. Because for me, for building an online brand, to even get me to where I want to go, it's going to look like showing up. It's going to look like doing the hard things. If you're trying to work out, if you are trying to, lose weight, you're trying to do whatever you want. If you're trying to get that dream job, it's going to look like spending hours updating your resume, writing a cover letter, sending in job applications. And yes, of course, sometimes we always just want to take the easy way out. We're like, okay, what if I just use the same resume and I apply to, I don't even need to edit my resume. Like, it's not that deep. Okay, but like, if you think about the fact that there's millions of people that are applying for the same job that you want, and you're not doing anything to set yourself apart, how are you going to get this dream job that you want if you're not even willing to put in the work that it takes to get there? If you want to lose weight, you're like, oh my God, I want the summer body. Summer bodies, by the way, are made in the wintertime, but that's a different other topic. But if you're like, oh my God, I want the summer body, but I love to eat, which is me. But you're also like, I don't really want to work out. Like, I don't really want to go to the gym. Can you tell me in 2 to 3 sentences, how are you going to get what you want? And sometimes it's not just about working hard, right? Like, because, smart work or working smart, not smart work. Working smart is better than working hard. But if the conventional lifting weights, going on a run, if that's not working for you, why don't you find something that works for you instead of resisting it completely? And sometimes we give up being like, okay, you know what? I'm not even that big anyway. Or you know what? My current job is fine anyway. Or you know what? I don't even want a partner that bad anyway. But it's not even that you don't want those things. It's that you just don't want to do the work. I said I will hold your hand. But I need you to be honest with yourself, though. I need you to name what is going on, not shame it, because we do not live by shame. I need you to just name and acknowledge what is going on, because the truth is, if you want to build an online presence and you're so worried about showing up and you're so worried about like, what if it doesn't work? What if no one resonates with it? You will never actually try. And the trying is what is going to get you the results that you're looking for. You cannot be praying for something and then you avoid the package that it comes in. Because a lot of times, if you're avoiding the hard work, if you're avoiding the working out, if you're avoiding the exercise, if you're avoiding the posting, if you're avoiding the crickets on your post, if you're avoiding going on a dating app, perhaps, if you're avoiding, applying for a new job or putting yourself out there, apply for an interview, what you're really avoiding is the success that you want. Like you want this shiny thing at the end, but there's this entire midway path between where you are and where you want to get to. This gap in between, it's not going to disappear. It's not going to disappear because, again, a lot of times the difference between where you are right now and where you want to go to is a skill set. There's things that the future you here has that the present you does not have. And that is just the name of the game. That is the way the cookie crumbles. Okay, so if you want to get here, the quickest way you can do that is by developing the skills that will take you here. Sometimes that skill, guess what, is discipline. It's consistency. It's doing the workout even when the last thing you want to do is the workout. It is applying for the jobs. It is being like, okay, this is what I want in a relationship. It is naming and being specific about what you want. It is putting yourself out there. It is downloading a dating app. It is going for an event so you can meet new people. It's applying for a new job. It's changing your resume. It's all these things and building the skill set to get you where you want to go. But if you're avoiding it, if you're like, oh, I don't want to do this. I don't want to message people. I don't want to reach out to people. I don't want to talk to people. What if no one wants to talk to me? How will you know? Tell me. I'm so excited to learn. Tell me. How will you know if you don't try? Tell me. You won't. That's the thing, girl. Like, you will not know. I could do an entire episode on relationships, but the truth of the matter is that you're gonna have to put yourself out there. I'm sorry. I hate to break it to you. Different people do different things. Like, some people do dating apps, some people do, meeting organically. Whatever it is, you're gonna have to put yourself out there. Same thing as building an online presence. You're gonna have to put yourself out there. Same thing as applying for a job. You're gonna have to try. You're gonna have to fail. You're gonna have to try again and figure out what is not working, and then figure out what is actually working. But you cannot avoid the work in between. You cannot resist the building of the skills, because what you're actually resisting is your success. I want you to let that sink in for a minute. This one is going to be a short one, honestly, because I want you to really sit down with this. When you are resisting the work that you need to do, when you're resisting the building of the skills that you need to do to get to where you want to go, what you're actually resisting is the success. Because there's no other way. I mean, you know what? Maybe there's another way. There's probably a shortcut. But the thing about shortcuts, is I've seen this go wrong so many times. I have seen this go wrong so many times. The reason it's a shortcut is because it's not really like shortcut action is probably going to give you short-term results. It's not going to be long-lasting. It's not going to be sustainable. So if you want the sustainable results, you're going to have to go through that skill set of building. You're going to have to go through that gap of work. And sometimes it doesn't need to be hard work. And you know what? The thing about working out, if we're using that particular example, sometimes you start working out or you're like, okay, I want to go on a run. I want to run more. I want to walk more. And the first time that you do work out or the first time that you run, you're going to be humbled. You will be humbled. You will want to quit. You're going to be like, what am I doing here? You're going to be so out of breath. I've been walking for I usually walk but I've been more consistent with walking for like weeks now. I used to run sometimes, and some walks still leave me out of breath. It doesn't mean, you know what, screw this, this is not working, I'm gonna stop. It just means like, okay, I've not done this long enough for it to no longer be this difficult. That's all it means. Because the longer that you've done it for, the easier it's going to come to you. When I was in my, like workout period where I was like working out every single day for a week, when I used to do my HIIT workouts, I was not as out of breath as I am now. Now, when I'm doing my HIIT workouts, if you see the way I be sweating, it's crazy. It doesn't mean, okay, this is not for me, I'm gonna quit, I'm not doing this anymore. No, it just means that my skill gap is higher than I thought it was. It just means that I need to put in more reps. It just means that I need to do this for a longer period of time before it starts to feel seamless again. It doesn't mean I should give up. But also, even on the subject of hard work, like, even though exercise and dieting are the things that you need to do to lose weight, it doesn't mean you gotta do the most, like, I don't know how to say this, but like the workouts that I do are so interesting. Like, I do YouTube workouts because now I'm not working out at the gym anymore, but I do YouTube workouts, and it, like, if you see me working out, I'm always just like it just feels like I'm dancing. But when I'm done, I'm so sweaty, I'm so drenched, I'm so out of breath, but it's such a fun workout. And because I've made it fun for myself, it's so much easier for me to convince myself to actually get up and go do the workout. Because I'm like, you know what? This is so fun. But if you're trying to like run and you hate running, what are you doing? Like, what are you doing? Like, you're making it so hard on yourself to actually keep up with this. You're not going to keep up with it for long. Like, there's so many different ways to get to a particular destination. Like, if even Google Maps, even Apple Maps, when you're trying to get to somewhere, they give you options like, oh, do you want to take the highway? Do you want to take the scenic route? Like, there's options. If you're trying to lose weight, but you don't like to run, why are you running? Why are you running? Why are you running? Why? There's millions of other ways to get to where you want to go, but you choose the one that you don't like. Because people say like, oh yeah, this is the most effective. Everything is effective. Literally everything works. You just need to put in enough reps. You just need to put in enough time. You just need to put in enough commitment, and it's gonna work out. I don't run as a workout. I just run, not for fun, but like, I don't run every single day. What I do every single day is a HIIT workout, because I love HIIT, and I love jumping. I love dancing, and it's working for me, and I'm seeing the results I want to see. I'm not gonna go do something that doesn't work for me if that's not the way I want to go. I want to build an online presence, but I started a podcast because I love to yap. I'm a yapper by nature, so I chose a podcast. There's options available to you, but if you're choosing the most difficult one, it's going to be more difficult for you to actually stick with it. And that's where a lot of the resistance comes in, because you're trying to force yourself to do something. Even though there should be a level of making yourself, like of pushing yourself to do it, it should not always be a thing of force. It should actually be something that you enjoy to a certain extent. Because if all you're doing is dragging your feet, you're not really enjoying it though. Like, I don't enjoy the after process of like, having to make the shorts and having to post it, like, but I'm trying to make it easier for myself because I love to yap. Why don't you find, I guess the thing for this week is whatever it is that you're resisting. First of all, we always want to name it. Like, what exactly are you resisting? First of all, what are you trying to get to? We talked about this is where you are, this is where you want to get to. What is your point B? Where are you trying to get to? And then 2, what is the thing that you're trying to do to get you there, but you're actively resisting it? If you know you need to work out more, Are you resisting it because you don't like the workout? So you need to now name it. Like, are you resisting, like, what is the problem exactly? Are you resisting the type of workout? Are you resisting like, oh, I gotta come back from work and I have to do this? You need to get so specific on what the problem is before you're able to find a solution. You need to get so specific on what the problem is before you're able to find a solution. Because if the problem is the time of the day that you do your workouts, then try a different time. If the problem is the type of workout, try a different workout. If the problem is that I don't like doing, like editing the YouTube video, maybe get someone to help you, which I did, by the way. I don't like editing YouTube videos. What is the problem? You gotta name the problem before you're able to name the solution. And then once we're able to do that, once you figure out, okay, you know what? The problem is the kind of workout. You're gonna have to try different things, honestly. Like, you're gonna have to try different things to figure out the one that works for you. But once you figure out the one that works for you, again, it's not going to be, because I love HIIT workouts and I love jumping and dancing and whatever, it doesn't mean that every single time when I go in to do my workout, it's easy breezy. Like, I always do. Sometimes I need to be like, oh, I really don't want to do this. I really don't want to do this. I have to be like, girl, why are you resisting what you asked for? How are you going to get what you're asking for if you're not willing to put in the work to get there? If you're resisting the work, if you're resisting the gap in between, if you're resisting the building of the skills, what you're resisting is the success. Are you okay with that? Ask yourself this week, am I okay? Anytime you want to do a workout and you're trying to resist it, ask yourself, am I resisting being in better shape? Am I okay with resisting being in better shape? Am I okay with resisting being the healthier version of myself? Am I okay with resisting this new job that I want? Am I okay with resisting this online presence that I'm trying to build? Because if you start to rewire your mind that what you're resisting is not the actual work, like, you're not really resisting working out. Like, sure, that's what it looks like you're resisting on the surface, but you're resisting what you're gonna get if you work out consistently. And even though you've fallen off, like, again, like, we never want to look at things from a place of shame. Even though you have fallen off, it's okay. It's okay. Do you know the amount of times I've started working out and then I stopped and then I started again? I will continue to start again because there's no shame in it. There's no shame in it. It's better to get back up 10 times than to fall down once and just permanently stay down. There is no shame in it. What I want you to do for this week, I want you to figure out always, where's the point B that you're trying to get to? I want you to figure out, what is the resistance? Like, what am I resisting? Am I okay with resisting my success? And then if you are having problems, like if you're actively resisting it because you're not enjoying it, baby girl, figure out another solution. There's so many options to get you where you want to go. It's not a do or die affair. It's not a do or die affair. Figure out a better option. Figure out a more enjoyable option. And then commit. Like, do tiny experiments with yourself. Like, okay, I'm going to try this workout. I'm going to try to do it for 3 days in a row. I'm going to try to do it 3 times this week. Do I like it? Do I not like it? If you don't like it, look for something else. Try again. If you're like, okay, I want to meet a new partner, but I'm going to try dating apps and see if I like it. You try dating apps, you don't like it, try something else. Try a different dating app. Try meeting people organically. Try being introduced. Try a blind date. There's so many array of options to get you to where you want to go. I do not want you to ask for something or pray for something or try to affirm for something and then you're dragging your feet. I want you to DM me your wins. I want you to DM me. If you want me to keep you accountable for something, I'm the master in doing that. Send me a DM to tell me, where this hit. Send me a DM to tell me how you resonated with this. My Instagram and my TikTok, it is @by.noma, NNEOMA. You can let me know your wins. You can let me know where it is you're struggling with. You can just come and yap to me. I love to yap. I love to hear people yap. Come let me know what you think. Come let me know where you're resistant things. Come let me know where you're struggling. And I would love, 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 love to talk things through with you, because we are not winging life anymore. Like, we're not winging things anymore. We're going to get through. We're going to build the skill set. We're going to get past the resistance, and we're going to get the thing that we're looking for. I'm going to see you next Sunday, same time, same place. I love you. Bye.